welcome to another episode of 3 Minute a War Game. I am your illustrious host, Kevin, aka Chop.
I'm your less than illustrious host, Paul.
I'm the guy that they just bring in for a third person, Chris.
I mean, that's not true, but also fine. All right, guys. So we are stepping into our new format here. And in our new format, the first thing we're going to talk about is the same thing we've always talked about right up front, which is hobby progress. Paul, you want to kick us off?
Yeah, I've been super busy, so I haven't had much time for gaming hobby at the moment. But I am currently working on a Verka version of Grandpa.
All right, so the RX-78-2.
RX-78-2, correct.
How is the Verka?
It's old. It's from 2002.
Yeah, oh god, that's very old.
It's super. I didn't realize they were making Verkas that long ago.
Yeah.
So it actually, in the legs, and at least in the legs, it uses some screws.
Oof.
The interior skeleton is on the arms and legs, but not the body, because you can make the core fighter and put that in the body. So the body is hollow.
All right.
But detail wise, it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, the screws are a pain in the butt. That's one of the reasons why I've never gone back to my my PG Char Zaku.
So the Verkas, I've also heard they're pretty finicky. They're basically like ultra master grades, right? They're like a step between master grade and perfect grade. I've never built one, so I don't know.
So they usually tend to have like more gimmicks.
Okay.
It might be designed in maybe a little bit different portions. Usually a shit ton of stickers and decals, which is really the big thing, because I like to think of the Verka as a larger version of the RG.
Yeah.
Okay.
The real grades.
All right. Cool.
Because it does have that detailed kind of stickers, is meant to look more real world than a regular MG.
I'm into that. That's cool.
You know, so many people are like, "Oh, RGs are like small MGs, master grades," and I think that's wrong. I think it's more like Verkas.
Well, I mean, that's like how Kotoki would want it, right? Like it's like supposed to look like how it would be in the real life. Mm-hmm. That's cool, though.
Exactly.
Neat.
Exactly.
Neat.
So it's spot on. It's spot on.
That's real cool. Paul, Chris, what have you been working on?
Lot of conquest models. We got a guy here that's trying to spin up the community to be a larger crowd, and it's got me focused on it. So I've been building dwarves like crazy. I've gotten my Fireforge finished. I just finished a unit of initiates last night, and I'm about to crack out the Iron Drake. That's my next thing on my list to build. So I'll get a big old dragon being built next.
Very nice.
I'm not surprised at all that you are
playing dwarves.
Off with some dwarves. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a long road to try and figure out what I want to play, because I started with Old Dominion because the historian buff in me wanted Undead Romans, sounded amazing, and then the City States came out, and I was like, oh wait, they do what I wanted Undead Romans to do, and so I went to City States, and I like them. I still own them. They're fun. Just when I was playing them, I feel like they're too much of an anvil and not enough of a hammer, and I wanted hammers. So I was like, screw it, I'm just going to go play the shooting dwarves with magic and dragons.
Yeah, I'm waiting. So I don't know if you've been paying attention to all the funny names we've been giving to Warcrow, but the community here is really getting into it. We've been calling it Corvid Combat is what we landed on. Like in an attempt to not call it Warcrow, but call it something that means war. Anyway, because Corvus Belli is also Warcrow.
Yeah.
But I'm waiting for the dwarves to come out to see how you react to them.
Oh, I have already. So I own Warcrow. My son said he wanted to play it with me, so I bought the initial set. I got the rule book. But then
you've already seen them.
Yeah, I've seen them. I think the whole like origami paper magic system is interesting for dwarves, but the models just I love them. I absolutely love the few models that they've shown for the dwarves. And there's dwarves in the hegemony faction as well too, which I really liked as well too.
Sweet, yeah. We'll get to that eventually.
Yeah,
but I'm excited. So for me, I've been painting some MCP terrain because I've been getting back into MCP like in kind of a major way. It's been occupying my brain space a lot. I also painted the Hellbore for Relic Blade as well as Lady Aurelia. I feel like since my daughter's name is Aurelia, I had to pick up the Relic Blade mini. So I've painted both those, and those are just like alt sculpts for other models in the game, the Questing Knight and the Pig Warlord respectively. But the alt sculpts are so good, I had to get them. And then I've been TCG and haven't that whole hobby has not quit, so I'm still doing that.
Awesome.
I'm sure you guys are super surprised.
Yeah, not surprised.
I'm glad that you picked up Aurelia. I would have been disappointed if you didn't.
Yeah, she's a really cool model too. And it's funny that I got it in metal, and then Sean released it so you could have a head option where she's either got a helmet or not a helmet. So I'm gonna have to buy another one so that I can have the non-helmeted model also. But that's okay. I don't mind. I love supporting Sean. I can't wait for his upcoming Kickstarter. All right, though, gentlemen, it's time to get to our main topic for the show. So as our main topic today, we are going to be talking about how this is going to be a huge 2 months for Atomic Mass Games. I feel like this is very topical because they're basically trying to soft boot and make it easier to get into one game and almost fully reboot another. Because I think Shatterpoint is in a really sustainable place, and in our at least in our local Shatterpoint community or in our local AMG community, Shatterpoint is the game that's getting most of the attention right now. So I don't know that they have as much to do there, but their other two games, oh boy, these are big months for them.
Yeah, and this has been a long time coming on some of these.
Mm-hmm.
It has been, and that's the one we're going to talk about first. So I think first we should talk about Star Wars Legion. Star Wars Legion, as if you haven't been paying attention, which if you're in the wargaming world, I feel like you've been living under a rock, because even back as far as Adepticon, they had giant banners for the relaunch of Legion. And I think even they have started referring to it as Legion 2.0, even though it's a little bit of a 1.5, but I think a 2.0 is warranted because they've even introduced a new measuring widget. So it's basically a full new game at this point, and all the models are going to be in hard plastic now. Like, they've completely moved away from the soft plastic. But let's talk about what they're doing this month. And I should say starting this month and then moving into the future. So starting this month, at the end of the month, the release date is 9/19. So very, very close here. They are going to be releasing 2 new starters. The 2 new starters are the Rebel Alliance and the Galactic Empire starter. And so if you haven't seen these starter sets, these are basically one purchase get you into the system in a huge way. So let's talk about breaking one of them down. They basically come with 600-point armies, the complete game components for getting into Star Wars Legion. So that's dice, templates, tools, and tokens. And they get you in at that 600-point level, which is perfect for what's called playing a recon level game. And then a full point game is 800 points. So you are basically, for $100, 200 points shy of playing at what would be considered 2,000 points in 40K.
Mm-hmm.
Now, at an excitement level, where does this land you guys? Just like thinking about that conceptually.
So, I'm excited simply for the increase in points.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That they had, right? Because now a standard game is 1,000 points.
Yeah, that was always a big complaint of mine, was the point level. I always felt it was too low because you didn't get enough models in the army, and I felt like to be able to play with your toys.
Sure.
And I feel like when I watched a Legion game at 1,000 points, it felt so much more army based than it did before.
Yep.
Because it always felt like skirmish game with more guys per skirmish.
Yeah, it felt like skirmish plus, like War Machine did towards the end.
Yes, that's exactly how it felt. Now it looked like a war on the table, and part of where these two starters sit for me, especially the Galactic Empire one, is that when I originally got into Legion, I wasn't one of those people who was like, oh, I need 6 units of stormtroopers to fill out everything. I was like, other things are coming. Why would I buy 16 stormtroopers? So I'm in a position where I can easily buy one of these boxes, increase my number of stormtroopers or rebel troopers, have the new sculpts of Vader or Luke, and not be wasting any money.
That's correct. You get a really good Army Corps.
Yeah, you do.
Like, these are very, very good starting forces. Like, basically competitive. And the cool thing is that you and your buddy can each buy one, and then you have everything you need to play. We're actually, here in Madison, we're going to start a slow grow league where we just start at 600 points, and the only thing you can bring is the list out of the box to start.
Oh, that's a good starting point, yeah. I like that.
That's a good idea. And the other thing, too, about these boxes is that they have the new cards and the new missions. Because a lot of that has changed, how you score and everything like that.
And how you set up the game, like the start of game progress, the missions, the new measurement tool, it's all there.
Well, and even just looking at the picture of what comes in the box, there's tokens that are new to the game, and I certainly don't have any of those. I have the old ones.
Yep, and most of them are the same. They just are they're much easier to tell what they are now. I think one of the complaints early in old Legion is that so many of the tokens
looked exactly the damn same.
They look the same, or very hard to determine what they did by how they looked.
Because if it was a trooper, it was a triangle, and then if it was like a more specialized trooper, it was like a triangle with a wing.
Oh, so those are actually the same. Those tokens are the same, but it is much clearer to understand. Like, on the unit cards, you can see what type they are. So
that makes it easier.
Yeah, it's much easier to know. I meant the tokens for conditions.
You're talking like your aim
similar.
And your
hunker, like all of those things looked very similar, and now the tokens are easier to tell apart. So I really am happy with all of the changes that they've made between 1.0 and 2.0.
Everything I've looked at, going through all of this, I love, and I'm pretty sure we talked about this before, and Chris always loves to point this out. Is that with the new Rebel Troopers, there's actually aliens?
Yes!
Yes! Yeah, you have head options. Yeah,
it's not just humans.
Yeah, you can really make them stand apart now. So the other thing I want to talk about really quick is the value of these starters, because I know, in the history of this podcast, we're pretty focused on the value of things. Like, we've done a lot of product analysis and talked about what good starter sets look like. And I think for a seasoned wargamer, these are A+. Because the only thing they're missing is terrain, and when I say seasoned wargamers, we've got terrain. You know what I mean? Like, we have what we need for terrain. And these are A+ value. So just looking at the back of the boxes, you're getting over 30 models in any one of these. And I don't even want to get started on the Separatist box, because holy shit, there's so many models in that box. But no matter which one you get, and the Separatist ones come out in a month or two, but that you're still going to get a huge thing. But just focusing on these first two, right? You're at over 30 models. You have multiple troop choices, and again, you have your new sculpts for your leaders. So let's talk about that in GW money, right? It's not even close.
It's not even close. It's not even close, because look, I mean, each one of these boxes of stormtroopers and scout troopers are roughly around $50 each. So you're getting 4 of those. That's $200 right there.
Yep.
And then
these are
Vader
tremendous
is
value.
Vader's like $17 because he comes in.
Typically, characters would be $17.
Well, yeah, because they're dual packing you now. So his new box is going to be with Veers. So that's $35. So like $17 and some change.
Yep.
Like you were getting
right
it's
there.
like half. It's more than half off.
Mm-hmm.
And if we want to do a direct comparison with GW, their characters now run $35 a pop anyway.
Single,
if not
right?
40.
Single,
yeah,
single.
Yeah,
and we're not even looking at dice. We're not even looking at the measuring tools. We're not looking at the all the tokens, which also is an additional cost too.
Yeah. All the rules are free.
All the rules are free,
and the point values are updated free online. Yep.
Yeah, I mean it's fantastic, and these new So I've been playing Republic, or not? Sorry, Clones, Galactic Republic. So I've had a lot of experience with a lot of the hard plastics that they've moved to, and they're great. They're fantastic. And so the fact that the Empire is finally moving to that as well too. I mean, you're getting quality miniatures, quality plastic for $100 when this box set's probably $250, $270 in value. Yeah,
that's exactly right. I think $250 to $300 is what you should think of as what the market value of this box is for $100, and it is basically, like I said, everything you need to get running. Like AMG, this is their loss leader product, right? This is the thing that they want people to see this and be like, hot damn, that's a good value. I can start playing this game finally. And I can't tell you, like, this is actually, guys, I haven't said this to you, this is going to be my main game, I think. My buddy Oliver and I played a couple games just as the rules sort of got transitioned over to the new version. And I was like, this is the game for me. Like, I could play 40K, or I could play this as an army game, and this game is it. It is so thinky and so fun, and all of the armies have very distinct gimmicks that make them feel like how they should feel. I'm so stoked for it.
Yeah, I've always argued that this game is thematically on point Star Wars, as well as, to me, and I've said this since when it was with Fantasy Flight, I have felt like even with it being more of a board game than a miniatures game, I have felt that it is the best science fiction mass battle game on the market.
It's so good.
So as somebody who is has not had the opportunity to try 1.75.
We'll say 2.0. Yeah, 2.0.
I was trying to split the difference. Give me your top two things that make you say this is the game for you. What is it about it currently that puts it so high for you?
Okay, so I think now there is a diversity of units and factions. That's important, right? Because when the game first launched, we really only had 2 factions, and it took a long time for the game to feel like a mature war game. And it does feel like a mature war game now. And I know that probably sounds like a cop-out answer, but it's true, though. That makes a huge difference for someone like me to know that you have at least 4 very diverse feeling factions, and I would argue the game has 5. So that's thing 1. And thing 2 is I love the activation system. Like, love it. There's something about it's because it's sort of in between being able to choose what you want and Shatterpoint, where you have some control but not very much. The activation system is so juicy, and like when you get into a faction that I'm intending to play Shadow Collective and Separatist Alliance, and when you get into Separatists, it's so cool because as you guys know, and we'll probably do a full rundown episode, but the way that it works is at the top of a round you play a card. And that card indicates how many units you can assign orders to, and then and then we call those face-up orders in the game, and then all of the other orders go into an order bag. And when it's your turn to activate, because this is an alternating activation game, you can either choose a face-up order, or you can pull one out of the bag. But the really cool thing about the droids is they have cards that say anyone that's within command range of one of your commanders, you can just put them out face up. Because they're droids, right? They're dumb. As long as they're near.
I love how they bend that rule.
Yeah, they're getting the AI is telling them what to do.
Exactly. Yep. And that's the rule, right? As long as they have AI, you can just set the face up order down. I love that. And I love that there's this like push and pull between how much you know and how much you don't know. And that also factors into list building, right? Because you can list build in a way that increases your odds to pull specific things out of your bag. And all of those decisions in list building and on the tabletop are so cool to me. So those are my top two. The thing that is that we have a fully developed and diverse metagame and an order and activation system that just makes my brain tick in the perfect way.
Okay, so on the opposite spectrum, so that we're not just sitting here glazing it, what are two things that you don't like that you wish would change?
Well, I mean, not that I wish that would change, but you know me, I am not a mass battle painter. I would much rather focus on a game where we're playing with 2 to 15 models. I think 15 to 20 is probably the upper end of the number of models that I really want to paint when I'm playing a game. So that's a and then the other thing is, like as a person that's going up and sort of like regressing in my grognardness, I do like just regular dice and measuring in inches. So I won't say it's a thing that like I want it to change, but like I'm becoming one of those people who just appreciates dice with numbers and measuring in inches. But I'll give it the benefit of the doubt because they do a really good job with the tools that they use.
Okay.
That's funny because as I'm getting further into gaming, I've come to really like custom dice and moving widgets.
Yeah, I do like funny dice, don't get me wrong. It's funny, almost every game I play now has funny dice, like Judgment, funny dice, MCP, funny dice. Like going into Warcrow, funny dice.
Yeah, I was like funny dice there too. Yep.
Yep. Every game, but
it's becoming the trend. It feels like
it is. But when I play games like Relic Blade, and I've been playing some more experimental and indie war games, and they all use regular dice, and I just appreciate using standard D6s, D8s, D10s, D20s. But I'm not saying I wish that would change or that I think it's a fault. It's just a thing where like, oh man, another game where I have to carry funny dice around.
Yeah, I mean, so one of the things I've heard, so I haven't played Legion in a very long time. Pretty much since they changed the silhouettes for the models, and I've heard
another good change.
Yeah, I have heard a lot of complaints about it, mostly from rumblings of one person individual, but like, how do you feel on that? Like, do you feel like that's a positive thing for the game, or
very positive?
Okay,
very positive.
Yeah, because just wanted 100%. To get someone else's viewpoint on it.
No, it's great. It basically means you can't model for advantage anymore, which like great. You shouldn't be able to model for advantage.
Like me with my AT.
Yeah,
like, or ATSD.
Yeah, I think it's really good. I personally, great. It's fine. It was all in all a positive change, and the range 1 ruler also very, very good. It's a super smart change because that change is for so many things: cohesion, for how close you are to an objective. Like there's just so many things that range 1 ruler does that the game didn't have that before, right? It's called the half range. It never had that half range template, and it was always a problem. And that one tool and that one thing changed and streamlined so much of the game. So huge improvement.
Cool.
So, but we got to get to the other one, guys.
Yep,
we got to get to the
let's
other
go.
one. So
yeah,
I think
let's
Legion, great. Very excited for the hard relaunch. But let's talk about Marvel Crisis Protocol for a second. Because at the end of October, we have a very, very interesting thing happening in MCP. And these are right now launching on Halloween. and it is 2 new starter sets. So previously, the only way you had to get into MCP was to buy the core set. There was literally no way around it. You had to buy a core set to get into MCP, and that was it. Like, there's just no other option for you. But now we are going to have starter sets, and I hope this is actually the start of a trend, because these are both excellent. So what each of these gives you is a full roster. That's the first thing to start. So a roster in MCP, if you don't know, is 10 models, and then the affiliation cards or team tactics cards that you need for that particular list. And so these are full forces right out of the box, 10 models, all the cards you need, all the measuring widgets you need, and the dice you need, as well as crisis cards. So literally everything you need to play the game.
And everything you need to play, oh my god, I can't think of what they're called. Not factions, but
affiliations.
Teams.
Affiliations.
Thank you. Yeah, affiliations.
Yeah.
Which is great.
They're fully in affiliation. So the 2 boxes that we're going to get are the Spider Foes and also the X-Men. And they are officially just like, bam, just right there. You can just full stop start playing with them. So the Spider Foes, and the other thing to note, this is 10 models per box. Again, all the dice, all the tokens, $94.99. Now, I know we just talked about how great the Legion ones are with 30 models.
That's a steal for MCP.
I know. So typically MCP, it's $40 for 2 models. And I would justify this by saying that MCP models today, not the first 10 models and not some of the models in the first year, but current gen MCP models are some of the best sculpts on the market. These are incredible plastic miniatures, and some of them are massive. Like when you look at the Spider Foes, one of the things in this is Rhino, and Rhino by itself used to be $35.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So looking at these, they're incredible value. To be able to break these down to under $10 a model is nuts.
Yeah.
For what you're getting.
Well, and the other thing, again, going back to us gushing over 30 models, these are much larger scale than the Legion ones.
Yep, they're not 28 millimeter like Legion. These are 42 millimeter. They're huge,
which is huge. It's gigantic, right?
Yeah.
So that's part of why that price is higher. But again, we're still comparing a box of 2 models to a box of a single leader in Warhammer.
This would be like buying 10 leader models. So $300 approximately let's call it Warhammer bucks. In Warhammer bucks, right? You're at like $300 for one of these. And again, it's everything you need. Like you can buy one of these boxes, put the models together, and you're playing MCP with everything, like full fat MCP for $100.
Yeah, and again,
you don't have terrain, but like terrain in MCP is very easy to use what you have, and you just declare it as a size, and that's what it is. Because MCP, all it cares about is size 1 through 5 terrain.
And your game store probably has people playing MCP, so your brand new friends, they have terrain.
Yep.
Correct. I like that. Your brand new friends. Exactly. You go to MCP night, you find someone who's got MCP, they have terrain. I have shitloads of MCP terrain. And right now it's just it's hard to motivate me to paint terrain, but I'm in there right now. I'm painting it because I love this game. And the game really feels like if you get into MCP right now, like if you buy one of these at the end of October, this game is running right now. It's not like an upstart. There's not things to get over. It has been polished to a mirror shine. Like the FAQ and the stuff that they have folded into the new rule book, the game is humming. All the new crises are great. It's a very, very, very fun game to play. I actually intend on us talking a full episode about the state of current MCP because it's real good.
Yeah, I mean, we've got I mean, we've got a core group here in our area that every Wednesday they're out playing, and it's 6, 8 people playing. I mean, so it's I mean they all love it. I mean, the only reason I stopped playing MCP is I got marveled out. Like there was just too much Marvel being thrown at me.
I hear you, and I actually the slowed down cadence of the Marvel marketing machine has actually what triggered me to get back into it. Like, I don't remember which movie it was that I watched, but I was like, man, it's been a while since I've been excited about Marvel, but this is real cool, and I sort of like dove back in. But to give you an idea how good the value is, I own 2 of the models in the Spider-Foes box. And I'm still buying this box.
Oh yeah, you're gonna get a ton of savings by buying it, even if you still own 2 models. It's
crazy, and I'm just gonna use the 2 models as like prize support or something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because like who cares? I don't need them.
Yeah, and you're gonna get all those extra dice and stuff that you won't need. You can give those away too. Yeah,
exactly,
fantastic.
Exactly. Yep.
And a small little thing I want to point out, right? Like the Spider-Foe box, you have Sandman, which is actually 3 different models.
3 different models because of his sand tokens. Yeah.
If you look,
the same with Magneto.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yep. If you look at this box, the Spider-Foes box specifically, it would have got like in old MCP, like old original box releases, just Sandman and Rhino with none of the other components was $70.
Yeah, I was about to say it was like that. Those alone would have costed you close to $100.
I can get you to $100. It's Sandman, Rhino, and Green Goblin. Those were all on their own, like single character boxes. And the 3 of them together would have gotten you up to $95.
Yeah, because Venom was with...
Well, Venom was on his own too, but he's
Venom.
not in the box.
Not Venom. Sorry, not Venom. Carnage.
Carnage.
You meant Carnage.
Yeah.
Carnage.
Yeah. But again, any one of these box like things would have gotten you up real close to $100. So... It's massive, and that X-Men box too. Woo! What a value. Unfortunately, I own over half of this box, so I don't think I will buy it. I might try to hunt down the singles that I still need, but
because I mean that box gives you 2 affiliations. That gives you Brotherhood and it gives you X-Men
and X-Men.
Yeah,
because you get some on each side. Great stuff. But again, you have a 10 character roster, and then you can play in either affiliation. So super cool. Because it's let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, like 4 boxes. It's just nuts.
Yeah.
So highly recommended. Super worth it. All right,
and it's a fun game.
Yeah, great game. So that's the main topic. Do you guys have any other things that you want to talk about via Legion or MCP?
I hate that I'm looking at MCP again.
Yeah, boy.
I love the models, like, and I really enjoyed playing Black Order. Like, Black Order was a lot of fun. And if I ever did it again, I'd probably just stick with Black Order.
Fun story. That's my main faction.
Is it?
Right now. Yeah,
dude. I thought they did such a good job of mixing the design of the characters from the comics and from the MCU and creating a good mix between the two.
You're 100%
from
right.
a design standpoint of the way the models looked. So I really liked it. Plus they're all beady.
Yeah, a thing to note to you is that they added Cosmic Ghost Rider, which is the Punisher, basically, right? It's Frank.
Yeah.
To the affiliation, and he is a house on the table. So
nice.
Definitely. And if you're getting into MCP, another thing to look at is the War of Kings, which is a character pack that comes with Gladiator. And then 10 new Crisises, and they are great Crisises.
Oh yeah, I do remember them adding. I think I was quitting right around when he was coming out.
Yeah, it's kind of like a soft expansion.
Yeah.
It's super cool. Anyway, so that's MCP for right now. My final thoughts are, take a look at these games. I think in terms of like the big companies that are out there, obviously Games Workshop is the 800-pound gorilla, But MCP, I feel, or not MCP, AMG, I feel like is nipping at the heels.
Mm-hmm.
And if we take Adepticon as any indicator, if you look at the halls, there is the Games Workshop hall, there is the AMG hall, and they are very similarly sized. And then there's everything else. So for the company that is not quite GW, but approaching, they're like sort of, I think, approaching that second dog. Like that's where they are.
So
they are the.
I'll give
a juggernaut.
I'll give the comparison that they are where Privateer Press was in the early 2000s. Where
yes,
they were
this is what they are.
Yeah.
They are that secondary thing, and they are, and I think, much better curators of their games.
Mm-hmm.
So
and it's not
definitely
surprising,
worth looking in.
Yeah, it's not surprising since AMG's made up of pretty much all the Privateer Press guys from that era.
All the Privateer Press. Yep. Plus everyone they've hired since the merger into Asmodee. So what I'll say is, yeah, definitely 100%. If you've never played an AMG game and you've been on the outside of AMG, right now you're going to have 2 excellent on-ramps into either Legion or MCP. And I would still say that the Shatterpoint starter is right now the best value in wargaming. So
good. It's such
any
a good
one of their systems are going to be excellent to get into, starting like basically right now with Legion in 2 weeks and then MCP at the end of next month. Yeah, so that's that. That's my final plea for people to look at AMG, and especially because they have such a big end of the year here.
I like it.
All right. And now let's get into our listener question. This is going to be a new section. We're going to take a listener question from our patrons every single month, or every single recording, and science willing, more often than once a month. So if you want to submit your listener questions, patrons, you know where to do this. And then listeners, if you're on our Discord, please drop questions into our episode discussion channel. And if we don't have patron questions, we will pick out of listener questions there. So the listener question for this episode, this is a callback to an inside joke. Guys, currently, what are the top 5 games in your top 3?
You want to go first, Paul? You want me?
You go first.
You're laughing too much. All right, cool. So Conquest, as I said at the beginning of the show, I'm full in on Conquest right now. Shatterpoint is my other main game. Paul and I and a couple other people in our community have been playing. Been really enjoying it. A lot of fun. It's designed really well. It hits all my points. It's Star Wars, of course. So I've got all the bad guys, so I'm playing those. And Path of Exile 2, Season 3 just came out, and I have been doing nothing but playing that outside of building models, because I'm addicted to playing a sorcerer and blowing lightning across the table.
I've got something to talk to you about off mic that's related to Path of Exile.
Gotcha. All right, Paul, you go.
All right. First off, Shatterpoint, which I've grown to love, and I want to hug it and name it George.
I have
how much I like it.
I have some friends that would call it the best war game on the market. Yep.
I feel that way. Clearly I'm a giant Star Wars fan, and Rebels in particular, and that Rebels crew plays exactly as you would expect, and I love it.
I hate it.
And I'm playing mostly Civil War era stuff, especially Rebel side of the Civil War. And they're not like the Galactic Republic and Separatist, where things are like consistently thematic, since they're both armies. So my new stance is that, like, when I play things like the Death Star Breakout, my new thing is playing the Death Star Breakout and going, what if Kanan, Ezra, and Chopper were there? So that's my internal justification for the wide array of models. Plus, great. I can play all Ewoks and annoy Chris.
Fucking Ewoks, I swear to God.
Oh my god. I was playing with Kalani, and I love the way Kalani plays in that game. Anyway,
So cool.
Shatterpoint, great.
Number 2 is still Conquest.
Yep.
Love the game. Unfortunately, with my life schedule right now, I just don't have time for a 3-hour game, 2.5, 3-hour game.
Mm-hmm.
Which is one reason why Shatterpoint definitely is in front of it, because I can get done later at work than I used to and still get there in time to play a full game. Another thing that I've been playing a whole lot of, and this may surprise everyone, is that I've been playing a good bit of the Final Fantasy trading card game, which I've absolutely fallen in love with as a big Final Fantasy fan. Just because I find a lot of the mechanics unique and actually work better for my brain than something like Flesh and Blood or even Magic. It just
what I love is that you went into this instead of the Magic Final Fantasy set, because I agree with you. I think this game is a very solidly designed TCG and one of the most overlooked TCGs in the TCG market.
Well, and even at that, I mean, the cards, A, they look great, and B, they're like cardboard
industry
but plastic.
Best. Industry best.
Absolutely.
The cardboard is so nice on that.
It was funny. Somebody told me that, and I was like, it can't be better than Bandai. There's no way it's better than Bandai's like high treatments. And then someone was like, here. I was like, oh, no, it's better.
Yeah.
It's just straight up the best.
Yeah, as someone that owns both One Piece and Final Fantasy TCG cards are so much better.
The best. Yeah, 100%. They're miles better than anything else.
And the fun thing for me in this game is that I have a friend who is pretty sick at the moment and really can't get out to game stores as much as they would like. So I've been going over to their place, and they have billions of cards, and beforehand they just say, is there a particular theme that you want to play? And I'll be like, Cloud. And I'll go over there and we'll have a competitive Cloud deck and we'll play for a couple hours.
I love that. So this is actually one of my favorite things about TCGs. Sorry to keep like interrupting you, but I love how easy it is to just like get a game in with TCGs. You know what I mean? You don't have to carry a ton of shit with you, and you get that like really good brain activate. Anyway, yeah. Sorry, I just love that about trading card games.
Well, and the other thing, like for me, I've always said I can't keep up with trading card games. I just can't. It's just too much too soon, and I hate that. But what I've done is I've invested in a couple of starter precons. Yeah. And Chris and I have gotten together and we just sat and played our precons for a couple hours and played, 3 games.
Yeah. Boy, am I going to have something for you guys in a couple weeks, but I don't want to talk about it yet.
And then the last thing on my list is Expedition 33. Holy shit, what a game.
Yeah, fantastic. Goaty Watch, as Michael Huber, shout out to Easy Allies, would say, Goaty Watch for sure on that one.
Oh, for sure. I mean, it's such a unique story, such a unique visual. Just the game is just visually so unique.
Yeah. And
the mechanic.
Oh God, I love the game. I love that you can like trace the mechanics of that game all the way back to Super Mario RPG. Like like the like sort of like active battle where you have to time your attacks and parries, but also it feels so modern and so lived in. Oh God, what a beautiful game. Sorry,
it's very unapologetically French, and I love it.
One of the things that I do love about it is it's got a little bit of that war game approach where you're trying to figure out your synergies, right? Yep. You're not just finding a rotation for one character; you're finding a rotation for your team.
Yep.
Which is one of my favorite things about it.
I still think you'd really love Metaphor if you played it, because it's got some similar stuff to that. Like it has that same exact thing where you're.
It's on my Steam wish list. So when it goes on sale, I'm planning on grabbing it. The other thing to say about Expedition 33 is that Charlie Cox is fantastic.
Yes.
Yeah. Boy, what a heavy-hitting voice acting crew.
All of the voice actors are just amazing in it, but it was like the moment you boot that game up and you hear God, I can't remember the character's name off the top of my head, but with Charlie Cox's character, and you hear his voice, you're like, holy crap, it's so good.
Yeah. It's so good.
Well,
yeah.
And what's amazing about it is that, he's British, right? We know him from Daredevil, and his voice, when he speaks, American English is so different from when he's speaking with his British accent. Mm-hmm. And then now he's doing French, and he sounds completely different again. Mm-hmm. It's almost like he's three different people.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
All right, Josh, how about you?
So good. Yeah, all right. So the top 5 and my top 3. MCP and Relic Blade. We talked about those at the top of the show, right? Easy recommendations. I'm in this like beer and pretzels kind of mode of my life, and I love both of those games for that. I'm going to give a shout out to Malediction. I'm not playing as much Malediction as I did during like the Adepticon month and the month after, where I was like playing 2 games or 3 games a day. Yeah, but I still have a really soft spot in my heart for this game, and I can't wait for future expansions, and I want nothing but the best for that Brazilian team. So good. The other 2 games I've been playing a ton of are Arkham Horror, the LCG. Holy shit, that game is good. I hate that it took so long for me. Like, I bought it at launch and then kind of just ignored it. Like, I bought the box, I bought the first 6 packs, and I never even opened them. I only opened the core, and I think only played the first scenario, and then I just didn't touch it. But I've been playing it. I've finished 2 campaigns now. We just actually finished Hemlock Vale this week, Wednesday, and I can't wait to dive into another one. What a masterpiece of a game design, and just
it's an incredible game.
God, I can't say enough good things. Like, just stone cold 10 out of 10. One of my favorite tabletop games of all time. It's so fucking good. I can't get over how good it is. And then the other one is Alestrals, and so Alestrals is a very niche indie TCG. And what I'll say is that it blends Pokemon aesthetics with Yu-Gi-Oh gameplay, but it has fully modern design. So there's a lot of problems with Yu-Gi-Oh! I don't want to get into it, but there are a lot of little subtle game design problems for me with Yu-Gi-Oh! I mean, it's one of the top played TCGs on the planet, so it's clearly good, right? But there's some things I don't like about it that Alestrals fixes. I love the aesthetic, and I didn't know how much I loved Yu-Gi-Oh! Until I started playing Alestrals, because it is crazy good. And the thing I like about it the most is it's indie, it's very earnest. The creator of the game is super earnest and very community focused and takes community feedback to heart, and you can actually watch the changes implemented in the game in real time. And it also has a slower release structure. It's only like 2 to 3 sets per year instead of 4 to 8 sets per year, like Magic or Pokemon. So I love that about it. And the art is just really charming. And again, the gameplay is great. So I've been playing a lot of that game. So those are the top 5 in my top 3 currently. So yeah.
Good. All good picks all around.
Yeah, hell yeah. All right. So with that, does one of you guys want to read us out? Because boy, my voice is stressed.
Do we even know how to do that anymore?
Yeah, Paul, you do it.
I was actually about to say, because I can't remember how to do
it. I'll go. First of all, we want to thank our patrons for all of the support. And it means a lot to us. And we'd also like to thank Static as a City for the music up front and at the end. And I'd like to thank these 2 fools for doing their thing too.
Mm-hmm. Yes, thank you guys. This has been a years-long journey. It turns out, still love doing it.
Thank you.
Bye.